Welcome to the GAMERamble video review for Depths of Fear, Knossos, narrated by me, Dark Cloud. As always, the full text version of this review can be found on the GAMERamble website linked below. Please keep in mind that this review was originally published in 2014. The TLDR is that there are plenty of things that we can fault about Depths of Fear, but at the end of the day we had a lot of fun playing the game. It also kept us hooked right to the end, which is all that matters. It's an impressive piece of work considering that it was made by only one person, and definitely provides a unique and memorable challenge. The excellent atmosphere and addictive gameplay makes it worth the effort. Gameplay receives a 7 out of 10. Depths of Fear delivers a nice atmospheric blend of stealth and action. Graphics receives a 7 out of 10. The visuals are a little rough, especially the animations, but this doesn't detract too much from the experience. Sound receives a 7 out of 10. The audio consists of great creature sounds and a very nice synthesizer-based soundtrack. The overall score for Depths of Fear Knossos is 7 out of 10. Now for the full review. Playing as the legendary Greek hero and son of Poseidon, Theseus, you find yourself tossed into the labyrinth deep underneath the city of Knossos. Your goal is to survive and ultimately slay the Minotaur that stalks the dark hallways. Before you can do so, however, you must first face and defeat the other mythical creatures that stand in your way, as only with their medallions will you be able to unlock the magical sword needed to complete your quest. Depths of Fear is an action title played out in first person, where the focus is very much on stealth. Starting from a central hub, you have to take on mythical creatures like the Satyr, Cerberus, Centaur, Manticore, Griffin, Medusa, and Hydra, each of which is prowling around in their own little lair. When we started the game, we ran into the Satyr's lair, sword in hand, ready to lay down some smackdown God of War style. The Satyr, however, gave a horrific scream when it spotted us, and then proceeded to disembowel our character before we could even swing our club more than a few times. It very quickly became apparent that the Han Solo approach of attempting a straight fight would not work, and sneaking around is a much better plan. Your mission on each level is to find a golden key, and then locate the trapdoor it opens to go down to the next level. The big bad creature that patrols the level is invulnerable, so your best bet is to stick to the shadows and stay out of their way. Lesser creatures like skeletons, zombies, and even ants are also bound, but thankfully these small fries can be killed. You'll want to be quick and efficient about it though, as you want to avoid attracting the attention of the big boss creature. After 3 levels of this, you finally get to face the boss baddie in a one-on-one arena battle. Upon release, this involved grabbing the medallion that makes it immortal, and then tricking the creature into taking a bath in some lava. An update changed this to having to defeat the boss by fighting it with your weapons, which is a bit more satisfying. The levels in Depths of Fear are procedurally generated, so if you die and restart a level, it's never the same. Sometimes finding the exit and key is easy, and sometimes all the odds feel stacked against you. The levels are generally very dark, and while you have a torch for light, using it is always a risk. On a few occasions we have managed to set some random table or chair on fire when whipping out our torch, and then lost our weapon in ensuing bonfire, which drew the not-so-friendly resident mythical creature towards the sudden inferno. These encounters generally did not end well for Theseus. Sticking to the darkness is not always very effective, as you tend to fall down pits, walk into traps, or step on the tail of a random monster, which once again is not good for Theseus or our weak odds. The gold coins you may find during levels can be used to upgrade your arsenal from a shop run by Daedalus, the poor fool who built the labyrinth and was left there after it was completed. He doesn't have much to say, but if you need blades, clubs, tridents, crossbows or spears, all you need to do is visit in between levels with enough cash in hand. Due to the procedural nature of the game, you can also collect weapons during levels, but these are lost when you die, whereas purchased items are stored on a weapon rack that you can access between levels to equip yourself for the battle ahead. Apart from coins, you'll also find books that grant you wisdom that can be exchanged for some once-off favors such as lightning, illumination, or speed at one of the many statues that dot the levels. Then there are the potions, which are a gamble, as you never know what they will do until you swig one. They can either poison you or provide something like a speed boost or night vision, so it's up to you to decide whether it's worth the risk. While the game has a ton of atmosphere, it unfortunately also has some technical issues, which is no surprise considering it's the work of just one person. Ladders would regularly shoot our character up into the air when we stepped on them, enemies frequently got stuck in corners, and there was a fair amount of clipping going on as well. The graphics, while nice, are not exactly cutting edge either, and the animations are very stiff. Some filters help to improve the look and feel of the game, plus the fact that you always play in near darkness also help mask some of the visual flaws. Thankfully, the game received several updates after its release that addressed some of these issues. We quite like the audio in the game, with the sounds made by the creatures standing out as particularly impressive and creepy. The strange synthesizer-based soundtrack also gives the game a very unique atmosphere. The game features no voice acting, but this isn't a problem as you don't really encounter anyone worth talking to, and all information is relayed to you via scrolls or books. I found the keyboard and mouse controls to be perfectly adequate for playing the game. It would be a mistake to overlook Depths of Fear because of its flaws, as it's a very compelling experience. We had a lot of fun sneaking around the labyrinth, and despite frequent deaths, we kept giving it another shot until we were finally able to dispatch the Minotaur. The low price means the game already offers great value for money, which is further enhanced by the Endless mode, which challenges you to see how deep you can go down the labyrinth and survive on one life. Overall, we have no qualms in recommending the game, and it definitely feels like it was a labor of love for the developer. Thanks for joining me for this Depths of Fear Knossos PC game review. Remember to like, subscribe and share. Until next time.